I'm lucky because my neighborhood guitar store is Norm's Rare Guitars. I bought this guitar off the wall at Norm's a couple of months ago, pre-owned, and it's a really great guitar. I'm also playing through a PRS amp right now. It's the David Grissom model. Sounds really good. But the real story here is I had the honor of attending the 2018 PRS Experience Festival. It's an open house that Paul has every 2 years. He opens up the entire factory. There are thousands of customers and fans that get to tour and see every detail of how these guitars are made. I did a clinic. I got on stage and performed with the band, and I got to choose wood for a new guitar. Here's the wood.
All right, so what we have here is a piece of South American mahogany that has a little bit of curl in it. This is a piece of African blackwood, which they used to make oboes out of. It's another piece of African blackwood, which is the headstock from here. Another piece of South American Peruvian mahogany for the neck.
Oh yeah. So that's the neck wood.
This piece of curly maple, which if I take and wet it, you get to see the kind of curl explode.
Oh yeah.
Came from Washington State, British Columbia.
That is a beautiful flame.
Yeah. So there are 4 or 5 species of maple. What's interesting about this stuff is on the big leaf maple, sometimes it only grows on one side of the tree because only one side of the tree is stressed. If it's growing on the side of a hill and one side stressed and the stressed side goes curly, it's not genetic. It's all about stress.
I never knew that.
So what happens is if you have a forest with trees and daddy tree falls over, baby tree gets a lot of light and baby tree grows fast, those go curly. So if you find a dead tree, you've got yourself curly maple somewhere around. They took curly maple tree seeds and they planted them from the University of Washington. They didn't get one curly maple tree, as the story goes. Put it where you want it and we'll trace it.
You want nickel hardware, Tim?
Yes.
To me, I would just do it dead straight, just regular like that, Tim. Is that good?
Yes, it is. There's Paul making the shape.
There's only one Tim in our world, so I'm good.
So here I am in the vault with the private collection of wood. These are all for necks. Wow. These are for the headstock. I like that one. Now we have fretboards. Now we get to the tops. They're all paired. And what he told me is if you pull a pair out, make sure you put them back exactly the way you pulled them out so that they stay matched. And here's where he pulled mine. Mine's one piece. Pretty great. Let's pull one out and have a look. Oh man. PRS is back ordered right now. They can't keep up. They even added a second shift from 4 to midnight.
Cry of Love had tons of guitars. Huh? That whole record, Cry of Love, had tons of guitars. Yeah. Freedom, all of them.
The next day, the factory is quiet. It's replaced by the sound of thousands of PRS customers and fans, talking to hundreds of PRS artisans. And the big secret is that there is no secret. Every step of their process is revealed.
David Grissom was saying his heel came off of his boot last night, and he came in here and nobody was in the factory. He found the tools. He put his heel back on his boot. Do you think if I put our address on them on a piece of tape, they'd end up at our house?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
Good. Important show tonight.
Thanks, me too.
This top has been sanded and has nothing on it yet, but that's what it looked like. It would look flat and dull like that. And that's what 220 sanding looks like. This particular guitar has basically been prepped. They've taped off the fingerboard and they've prepped it for color, which you can see. They've sprayed the back with the color. They've put a sunburst around the edge and it's ready for clear coat. And what they'll do is they'll write the serial number on the back of the headstock. They use a gold pen and write the serial number on it, and then they put top coats on it. So this is what this guitar turns into once you have a top coat on it.
Dude.
Very good talk, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I love this. Look at this. Beautiful. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's inlay. Yep. Excuse me. That's all ebony. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yep. And one of the secrets is ebony doesn't take stain. So I don't have to tape off any of that when I'm staining this fingerboard. Right. And I just can stain right on top of it, and it'll only show up in the maple. In the maple. Yep.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, this was actually an employee guitar design. Tina Sears, she had the idea for this design, so she got it on her employee guitar, 20-year employee guitar, and a couple dealers caught on to it and ordered it.
That's great.
Yeah. And we like to say on private stock, you know, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Boy, I love these unfinished babies. Oh man, so nice. Just see the bare wood. Look at that one. I like that. Oh yeah. Curly maple. This is one of my favorite areas, and I'll show you why. These just clear coat over these beautiful wood finishes. And that really, I just love that. Man, look at this guy right here.
Paul brings a roster of amazing guitar players from the US and abroad for this event. You owe it to yourself to check these guys out. There's a list below. Here's a short clip of David Grissom's guitar clinic. He's a great guitar player and it turns out also a great teacher.
So a lot of times I'll play chords with my thumb, again, muting the bass, the whatever key I'm in, the tonic, it hangs over and mutes the next string, and then I'll just play 2 notes above it. So it's, you know, if I want to play a G7 chord, instead of going like this, I'll play it like this. Again, this hyper picking thing.
Paul's obsession with tone has led him to enlist master amp builder Doug Sewell. They borrowed one of Hendrix's original amps, and they're evaluating every component inside it. It's so loud that he sat me outside the room and closed the door so I could play through it. I'm also playing through an original Univibe. Hey, how are you?
So what you're gonna sit outside with this chair, and but do me a favor, don't turn it up yet.
Not yet, okay.
So just sit outside. So Tim, he only played through the treble channel. So there's one of these amps on stage. Okay. You can play the Wind Cries Mary through Hendrix's amp. Awesome. You gotta admit, that sounds good.
Really hear a lot of sparkle in the top end. And I love the look of a guitar that looks traditional, but it's much easier to have this cutaway. Sometimes is a really valuable asset. Now there's something I didn't expect. I tuned down here, and I'm playing way up here at the top of the neck. And it's not only in tune, but it's tempered. I mean, usually on an acoustic guitar, you come up here and you kind of wince. That's actually like perfectly in tune. Seems like you guys have solved some intonation issues. Even up here.